Now we're going to talk about remarriage.
All right.
It's on you again.
Because remarriage comes with rainbows and unicorns, right?
I know that's a lie.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Hardest thing you ever do. Stay tuned.
Made my love clap.
Hey, howdy, hey, it's Tara and Sabrina, and today we have a hot topic. Not the gross store in the mall, but...
Oh, didn't know where you were going with that.
Yep.
Like sizzle hot.
Yeah. Very relevant to today's world.
Absolutely. And what will that topic be?
Remarriage!
Yeah, leaving them hanging.
Ta-da!
20% battery.
Oh, okay.
Shazam!
I'll talk fast. Okay.
So, Sabrina,
Yeah.
Once you've had a divorce, how do you know that you're ready to date? I think that would be like the good place to start.
My gut reaction to that is when you can say your ex-spouse's name without gritting your teeth, then you probably have moved on.
That's honestly, that's a good way to know if you're healed, because you can ask for forgiveness, but as people talk about them, if it's causing those feelings, then you know.
Yeah.
So,
and you need to give yourself time. Don't just give yourself like a month. Okay? You're not ready.
Right.
You're not ready. Time is your friend after you divorce. It really is.
That's a good way to put that.
Yeah. Spend some time on you.
Right.
But watch that other video. It's good.
Yeah, you know that saying, time heals all wounds?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, essentially with time, healing can happen, but it's what you do in that time that causes it to heal.
Definitely.
So, on when you're thinking of putting yourself out there as far as dating, okay? Because I'm assuming this is like a big decision. That now I'm gonna put myself out there.
Yep.
Are you looking for something different the second time around than you were the first time around?
I was
Not just the man, but
right.
But are there different qualities or things that you want to? What is important the second time around?
I think that's where, when you're spending that time by yourself, that you're internalizing. Okay, if remarriage is in my future, what am I looking for? But mainly, you spend that time becoming.
Ooh, I like that.
Become who you would want to marry. Become a
the
responsible
best version
person
of yourself.
Yes, become the best person. What you said, yeah. Getting tongue tied.
So, second time around, it's not. I mean, for most people, children are part of the first marriage.
Yes.
Not for everybody,
Right.
but in your case, definitely kids. So, second time around, it's not just you.
No.
You're dating, but it's not just about you.
No.
So, how do you navigate that?
Oh my goodness! So if I could give anybody some wisdom on this, is don't introduce your children, because children are so quick to love. They really are. Don't introduce them to people who you aren't having, you aren't serious about
Pursuing a future
with. Yeah, I was gonna say marrying, but just because kids will latch onto them, and then if you break up or they don't
get that.
They do not get that, and that breaks their little heart again. You don't want to do that.
No.
So don't be introducing a bunch of people. Don't be having people spend the night. No. Come close. No. Don't do that.
Because you want to set a good example for your kids.
Yes.
Because
we're having them move in.
No. So when you find that person, you
Mhm.
find somebody, like you found Bob,
Mm-hmm.
and we're so grateful that you
Yep.
did.
Me too.
What was it that you said you prayed?
Okay, this is the best prayer. Pray this prayer. God, I know I'm praying for that you will give me the right man at the right time, and let all the other ones get on my nerves, because they did. No lie. I mean, the
And
good-looking ones,
yeah,
the
Bob-
ugly ones, the good-looking ones, the ugly ones.
And Bob Newton slipped right on in.
He did.
So when you go, Bob has children.
Mhm.
You have children.
Yes.
And when you're thinking of, okay, we're going to get married now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're blending the family. How do you start blending?
Let me just stop you right there. There is no blending. There is no blending. There's just people in a family, and you just pray all the time, and
It has to be hard and awkward.
It is very bumpy, because I had my way of parenting, he had his way of parenting, and they were vastly different. Even though our compatibility was really, really, or is really, really high, still you've got all this baggage around it, and so
you've got kids that have been hurt and are healing from, the first marriage, and they still love their mama and their daddy.
Absolutely, and they should.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, lot of grace and understanding and prayer, and again, I didn't do it perfect. I did not do it perfect, but I think that the best thing that I can do I call them my bonus children, because they are, they've added so much value to my life. And what are you smiling like that for?
Because it's wonderful.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
I'm cheesy.
They have added to my life. I now have a granddaughter, because my bonus son and his wife had a baby. The cutest.
Being grandma's
so yeah, it is. I love them. They have a mother that loves them, and
so you don't try to be mom.
No. And it was pretty quick that I wasn't going to have that role,
right,
in their lives.
But it's good to get established.
Right. Good lesson to learn, because I have been a mama before I was a mama. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say bossy.
Oh, same thing.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah. So anyway, just give the bonus kids room. Just give them some room, and
to be
who they are, and don't try to mold them into something that they're not.
Right, but you can be very valuable in their life.
Yes.
But just not necessarily to be the parent. What rules did you have to set or respect as your family starts to form? Because, Bob's, had his rules with his kids, and you've had your rules with your kids, and now...
Bob and I did this, I'm going to just pull this out here, saving your second marriage before it starts, and I'll put a link for the book. In here it says it takes 7 to 10 years to blend a family.
Wow.
And I said, yeah, because by then they're all out of the house. And you have to let the blending happen organically. You cannot force it. No. But remarriage does increase your prayer life quite a bit.
And you know how your kids, my kids have stepped on my toes.
Mm-hmm.
Just because kids are honest.
Right.
They will say things that you wish they wouldn't say, or point out, things that you wish they would.
Yeah.
But my kids have been such awesome tools in teaching me and helping me to be more authentic
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that I am accountable.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine stepchildren or bonus children really do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even more so.
Well, and you know, one thing Bob and I did that I thought was good was that we always worked together for the benefit of our children. You know how you talked about in the marriage video about you don't make a decision based off of money, but of every aspect.
Yes.
Well,
for his kids and your kids and the family.
Yes, yes. So, and we tried to treat everybody the same. Like if one kid got a car, well, 2 years later when the next one was up for a car, they got a car. You got a car.
That's what I was thinking. Oprah. Everybody gets a car.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, just giving each kid the same opportunity, and when it's not practical, you make up the difference.
Understand.
So,
what do you wish you'd done differently?
Oh, I wished we had really encourage the kids to have friendship with one another. You know, but
then again, how do you do that?
Yeah, like I'm thinking of my little brother and me. You know, we didn't have that much in common. We were 6.5 years apart, and so I was off doing my thing, and he was, you know,
that's something
playing video games.
Well, and that's something that I feel like I've understood better from hearing your story is that it either happens or it don't. But that doesn't have any impact on the marriage that you and Bob have.
Right. Right.
You just know that you and Bob have made this decision, and the kids are an addition to that, and that's great, but you can't expect them to act like brother and sister, and you know, that you can't have those expectations. So I would think that would be important.
Right, right. And it also depends on the age group of kids. So we kind of had like an A team and a B team. So Bob's two oldest were in high school when we married, and then Bob's son and my two daughters were kind of in that, you know, 6th grade through 8th grade.
Tough ages.
Yeah. We had our two youngest were the same age, so boy and a girl. So, but they kind of, you know, you think about like firstborns, middle children, all that stuff. They were able to keep their birth orders in these same configurations, the A team and B team. So you know, it just takes a lot of understanding and grace, and I'm sure you know, I do have a stepmother that I love, and she fiercely loved my daddy, and I love that about her. And just, you know, when I first got remarried, I was just like, you know, if I can just love Bob like my bonus mom loved my daddy, then
that's a good point. I like that. You know, one thing that I've always said was, like, in marriage or in life in general, that when we you know, we think about all the roles we have to do in life, mom, daughter, spouse, and employee, and we want to do all these things well, and we can feel very torn. But when we put Christ first, and when that is our focus, and that's where we put all of our efforts, all the other things fall into place. So, you know, our marriage being the second most important relationship in our lives, you know, when you focus on loving Bob well, because you can't make these other kids love you. You know, you can't make all that happen.
If you're a stepmother, you need to lay that expectation down.
Yeah.
You need to lay it down, and you just need to focus on love, showing them love, and showing, you know, of course, loving your spouse well.
But also being on the flip side of that, being the daughter of divorce, concentrating on she loves my dad well, and that's enough.
Yeah.
Instead of getting
really
caught up in all the other stuff. So I
really
thought that was beautiful. That's a great way to kind of wrap us up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, because I ain't got nothing else to say.
There you go. Well, we just want you to know that we love you, and we know that life is hard, marriage is hard, remarriage is hard, and we're here for you. We're here to support you, to pray for you,
Mm-hmm.
and hope that these videos have encouraged you.
Mm-hmm. But the best thing you can do is to love fiercely, because because these kids, they grow up, and you want them to remember you for your love.
Yes.
And I didn't always do it perfect, but I do love all my kids.
Love isn't perfect except for God's love.
Yep. So
Love.
love.